Hey guys, welcome back to the second episode of Raw and Real. I hope you guys really enjoyed the last episode that we did with Danielle. If you haven't seen it, I really recommend that you do. And this episode in particular, we're going to jump into juicier questions and answer kind of video just to get into the little details that are more, secrets that you might not know about. And we're just going to jump right into it. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So I think a very common question that people always want to ask you is, how old are you?
Well, let's see. I've been in business for 42 years. I was 10 years old when I opened my business.
Yeah.
No, I'm 62.
Okay.
I was a gutsy 20-year-old opening a business. Yeah.
62 years old and
62.
she looks amazing, guys. So we're going to jump into skin questions and then we'll jump into business questions afterwards. So what is your favorite product at the moment in all the products that we have?
My favorite product that I would not omit using is a serum.
Why is that? Just so people can...
Because it's a lot more concentrated than a cream.
Yeah.
It treats, you can use a certain type of serum with a certain type of cream to treat specific areas.
Yeah.
Collagen is my best, of course, for my age. I need to plump up that collagen, keep it going, regenerate. Absolutely, that would be...
So which one in the lines that we use in particular that you prefer?
I prefer the 360 in Cell Shock line and Swiss line. It's always been my favorite. I always come back to that one. Try the other ones, but always go back to this one.
We all have a favorite item that we always go back to because it just works so well, right? What is your best anti-aging secret when it comes to skin?
Well, nowadays you would say no sun.
Yeah.
In my era, we sunbathed all the time with oil and foil and God, you name it. We wanted to be brown as a bean. Suffer the consequences now of the sun damage. Not so bad, but I am in the industry, so it helps. Do not sunbathe. Do regular regimens. Exfoliate regularly. Go for professional treatments. You can do a lot at home, which really has a result down the line. But professional treatments, that's why we're here. We can direct you in different areas that you may not even think of.
Yeah, the knowledge is what you pay for, really.
Yes, so, that would be my top notch. Don't let that go.
What is your favorite treatment to receive?
Moi?
Yes.
I love getting my skin exfoliated, microdermabrasion, and the skin tightening. For me, it's so visual. You see it, it plumps up. Maintenance, is done regularly, which is why I look the way I look.
Yeah.
I do everything I do on my clients. I promote, I do as well.
Yeah. The skin tightening is actually I think it's our most...
it's
popular. It's our most popular treatment that we do give on a regular basis to our clients. Like all of the clients that you had that have been following you for the last
years.
40 years, they are all on this procedure treatment regimen that they do get skin tightenings regularly and they maintain their skin that way. So I think that's an important point to bring up.
Absolutely.
It's one of our most popular treatments that we do give to our clients.
Yeah.
All right, now we're getting into the more juicy business questions. So stick around because there's some really good answers coming up. So do you have one regret in the last 41 years that you've been practicing and being in business? You must have one regret in there.
If I would go back, I would do my nursing degree. It would serve me a lot today.
Today, yeah.
It's evolved so much in this industry, and I would just really love having my nursing degree. Yeah. That's probably the only one, though.
The rest is pretty much.
Yeah.
What is the absolute worst thing that an employee or a group of employees has ever done to you over the last 40 years?
Yeah, there's only one or two times in my 40 years that a group of estheticians that in the area when we were 9, 5 of them left all at once while I was on maternity leave, while Emilie was 4 weeks old.
That's not cool.
The cool thing was that I lived upstairs, so at least I was able to do back and forth, nursing and doing everything else. Yeah. But that's the worst. When that happened, I really, really fell down, and I thought I wouldn't even do that on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Like that would be, it's cruel.
Yeah. So 5 people at the same time.
Yes. My group and the other ones that were left were temps.
Bitches.
Yeah, and I had just made I remember I had just made a huge order, like $7,000 worth.
Oh my God.
And I had my whole reception area full and
Like retail stuff, full.
Retail, and that happened. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's the worst. I don't wish that upon my worst enemy.
Yeah, no, I imagine. Yeah.
No.
Now to switch things over, just to go on the lighter side, what is the best thing that an employee has ever done, or, you know?
Actually, 2 employees over the course of the 40 years came back to work for me. And or work with me, I'd say, because I respect them highly. That's the best that's ever happened.
There's a lot of satisfaction.
Very satisfaction.
Yeah. What's the most stressful thing that you have to do or think about as a business owner today?
The most stressful thing ever in the span of every 7 to 10 years is evolve, change, where, what technology, if there is a technology, what is popular, is it for me or is it faddish? I don't like faddish things.
No.
I like things that are going to stick around, that are very well respected, and that I will be able to transfer over to my clientele and get benefits from it.
Right.
So it's as if I'm treating it for me. If it's good for me, it's good for my clients. It's nothing that's going to be cheap and in the meantime. That is hard.
Well, especially today, because I think in our industry there's a lot of trends and fads that come out like almost every, 6 months? There's always a new thing that comes out, and it's always tough to see and decide, is it legit? Like, is it something that's going to stick around? Do we need to invest in this? Like, it's
the investment part, because everything costs money. Yes, you have to spend money to make money, but it's at a certain point you have to judge, is it something that I will be able to promote within my establishment? Is it something that my clientele, because everybody's clientele is kind of different,
absolutely
will really want to have, are looking for, and how much is it going to cost me?
Yeah.
You know, so that's always stressful.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about being an owner?
Oh, independence, creativity. I think those are 2 big ones.
Yeah.
I've been in business for so long that I wouldn't know what it's like to work for someone. But the drive, the fun of saying you're in business. You know, I've always enjoyed the fact that I'm a business owner.
Yeah.
So it means that I created what I have, and
everything
is
yours.
Me.
Yeah. If you were looking at Danielle, you're having a conversation with yourself, but she's 20 years old. So you're looking at her and you say, like, if she would ask you, what advice could you give me with all the knowledge and all the, what you've been through, what would be the one advice that you would give yourself younger?
Then I would say, stop being a control freak.
That's a problem in our family.
Learn to delegate. To trust people, that they'll do what they have to do to your level of expertise, because I'm very picky, and that would have saved me a lot of stress. Yeah, for sure. I think that's the one thing that, I had to learn that. I've learned it with you now.
Oh, so it'll be a problem for me as well, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you personally define success? Is it money, freedom, innovation, something else? Like, how would you describe success in your own words? Because you're successful. So, but in your head, what is the definition of your success?
My reputation. Reputation is a biggie.
Okay.
Especially today.
Okay.
There's so many other places, and it takes nothing to destroy a reputation. When people start talking about Meta, which I should talk about the name, when people start talking about Meta and they say, oh yeah, that's a great place to go, that's success to me. Yeah, that's everything I want to hear.
Yeah. For the people that are watching that are in the aesthetic field or want to get into the aesthetic field, do you have any words of wisdom that you could say about our industry that could, direct them a little bit more?
You have to really love working with the public, number one. You have to enjoy directing people, recommending to people. being an inspiration for people.
Yeah.
You have to work hard, long hours. It's not a regular 8 to 4, 9 to 5.
No.
I would think the biggest thing is to really, really enjoy the aesthetic part.
Yeah.
And you'll know within a few months when you start your course,
Yeah.
you'll know if it's for you or not. It's actually very loaded with a lot of information.
Yeah, people may not know this, but skin is super complicated.
It's
Like
super
it's
complicated.
science. So if you don't enjoy the ingredient and the chemistry and
The skin.
the skin itself,
Just the skin.
and you just want to do, you know, lashes and eyebrows, which is totally fine. Some people just love doing lashes, nails, and
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if you want to get into
Skin
treating the
specialist.
skin, and because you're working with products, you're working with chemistry, so if you don't want to understand that part of the,
If you don't enjoy that part,
you're fucked.
and you have
'cause
to understand it.
you have to
comprehend
Yeah.
where you're working and
Yeah.
what you're working and what the goal is.
Yeah.
And what certain skins, and of course within our perimeter.
Yeah. Our scope of practice. That's what you mean. Our scope of practice. Yes. You need to know what you can treat and what you can't treat.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. The one last question that I think everyone really wants to know is, what does meta mean? There's a lot of people that don't know what it means, and
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Meta means metamorphosis. It's from the Greek root saying transformation.
Yeah.
So the story is that I used to work for a Danielle. I was Danielle, brunette, both of us, spoke with a French accent. At a certain point, we were 2 or 3 working only, and she came up to me and said, "You have to change your name." Like everybody wants Danielle, the brunette with brown eyes that speaks French.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was very confusing. So long story short of it is I changed my name for Angelina, which is my grandmother's name, and everybody called me Angie. And to this day, there's one client that still calls me Angie.
She's watching. She's watching this.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Nancy. So I couldn't call my business by my name.
No.
Danielle Drolet, Danielle D'Amour, that would have been no-no.
Yeah.
So I sat there at a kitchen table with Mom, and she said, "Meta, transformation, transformation. Meta esthétique, transformation
Aesthetics, yeah.
Always. There's always a transformation.
Always.
So that's where it comes from. Yeah.
That's
And
super interesting.
For 10 years, nobody knew me by Danielle. Like nobody,
You were Angie.
I was Angie.
Yeah, Angie.
So when I moved here, I said, "That's it, I'm Danielle."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
On this note, we're gonna finish the Q&A, so I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you want to know more about us, if you want to connect with us, follow us on social. All our connections are down here in the description, and give us a thumbs up, a subscribe, and we'll be super happy to keep chatting with you guys with the next few videos that are coming up in the Raw and Real. And until next time, stay safe, and we'll chat super soon.